right, y'all, let's get into it. Y'all see my little spray bottle of water. This is the Mielle Organics Leave-In Conditioner. And then I am also using for this two-strand twist, the Twisting Souffle by the Pomegranate and Honey line. As y'all can see, we using the Pomegranate and Honey line for this tutorial. Had to fix that camera though. And this is the Coil Sculpting Custard that I'm going to be using with it. And this is my herbal hair growth oil that I mix myself, and it can be found on my Etsy shop. And I'm just using various clips and the Evolve brush from Walmart. That brush was $6. So if y'all looking for a dupe to the Denman brush, the Evolve brush at Walmart is $6, and it is amazing. And that's just the t-shirt I use to dry my hair off. I like to have it to kind of dry my hands off in between when I'm doing my hair. So I'm just actually spraying my hair down with water, y'all. Resaturating the hair. I have high porosity hair, so my hair is extremely dry. Even after I literally had just washed my hair, and it had been maybe like an hour, and my hair was almost fully dry in this video. So I resaturated the hair with water, and then I went in and added the leave-in conditioner. And just rubbing that all in. And then honestly, I detangled through my hair probably like a million times before I even ever start. So yeah. But here I am just kind of feeling through the hair, and y'all can see the difference. Like when y'all see me first get on camera, that hair was looking dry and crusty. Okay. But now y'all, after y'all see I done got the leave-in conditioner on, it's looking better. So we're gonna take some of this twist and souffle. Let's get into it. I'm mixing it some with my finger. I haven't used it in like 2 months, so I was just kind of trying to reactivate it a little bit, you know. So just taking a little bit and just rubbing it over the entire section. But I'm just taking the outer edge section is what I call it. The parameters of my hair is different texture than the middle of my hair. So I try to keep like hair with like hair texture, if that makes sense. So when I'm twisting, I try not to mix the texture from other parts of my hair in with the ones that have a different texture, if that makes sense. So I just took like a dime size amount of the twisting souffle, and I'm just rubbing that down the hair shaft and rubbing that down the entire section, and adding more as I feel the need to add more. And again, this is just a 2-strand twist set, and I'm just going in with my detangling brush again, and rubbing that through. And I said rubbing, y'all know what I mean. Brushing that through 50 times to try to get it as smooth as possible. 2-strand twist sets work the best when you can get the hair as smooth as possible. And this is some of the Coil Sculpting Custard. I took like a dime size amount and added another dime size with that. And went through with the brush one more time to get that last detangle in there. And I'm just 2-strand twisting, y'all. Like, that's it. I'm 2-strand twisting. I'm actually showing y'all this part in real time. Like, this is literally how fast that I actually twist my hair when I'm 2-strand twisting. I always go back in and re-detangle the ends just to make sure that they are nice and detangled. One thing about 2-strand twist, if you haven't smoothed the hair out, it's easy for the hair to even get tangled up on the ends. So you always want to make sure the hair is really, really smooth. So that's what the 2-strand twist looks like. Like I said, I have a wave texture on the outer parameter of my hair. I'm more 3A, 3B on the outer parameter. So that's why it's like more wavy. My 2-strand twist on the parameter is usually a lot more loose than it is in the middle. So yeah, I just keep coiling it around my finger just to make sure that the ends are nice and intact. Because one thing I hate when I'm doing a 2-strand twist set is when the ends come loose, and in 2 days into it, you literally have to retwist the whole thing. It's annoying. So here I am just moving on to the next section. As y'all can see, I'm just taking a dime size amount of the twisting souffle, starting at the ends, rubbing that in. And then just keep rubbing, keep rubbing. You haven't seen me put the oil in yet because I actually put the oil in my hair at the end. With my hair porosity and my hair texture, I don't always need the oil in I don't always use the oil in there when I'm putting in protective styles. The oil works as a sealant, so I just, for this particular product line, I put it in at the end. So I took some of my coiling, sculpting custard, and added that in there. So y'all can even tell just even by the ends that the textures is different. Y'all see that curl? Y'all see that? Get into that. Get into it. Get into it. It's different. And because the textures is different, I have to make sure I put like hair with like hair textures. Okay. So I'm just twisting that. And this is literally how fast I twist, y'all. Like, it still takes me a couple of hours to do my entire head, but I have gotten so used to it, I just try to move as quick as possible. I'm taking a little bit more of the coil custard and just towards the ends to make sure to seal the ends nice and tight. I twist the entire twist around my finger several times just to make sure I get a nice coil on the end and on the twist. So then that way there's no twist coming unraveled. And then I just keep moving on to the next section from there. And that's pretty much it. I wanted to show you guys in real time just how I do my 2-strand twist sets. Now, I will say I sped up here because I wanted to show you guys that I went back and retwisted. Sometimes with the outer parameter of my hair, I don't like the way the 2-strand twist be so loose sometimes. So I go back and do a 3-strand twist on the outer part. So that's actually a trick to the 2-strand twist hair sets. When you have two different hair textures, you can make it look even or match with the looser hair texture if you 3-strand twist those areas instead of 2-strand twisting those areas. And y'all gonna see exactly what I mean when I'm done. So now that I've done this 3-strand twist, look how much like it looks like the other twist. Like, and I had to go back and do that twist too. So I kind of slowed it down here to show y'all just in real time how I do the 3-strand twist. I'm probably not gonna do a 3-strand twist tutorial because I'm not the best at it, and it's hard for me to get these close-ups sometimes, but I 3-strand twist the outer parameter just so then that way it matches the areas that are 2-strand twist with a tighter texture. That way it looks more even once it's all dry. Because when it's all dry, you literally can't even tell that that's a 3-strand twist. It looks like the other ones. So that's just a little tip and trick for us multi-textured folks that have 2 or 3 different textures going on in our head. Y'all, it's crazy. Okay. So here I am just working this 3-strand twist. And my fingers be moving so crazy with these 3-strand twists. It is really like irritating sometimes, but it works. And y'all see the difference? Like, look how much tighter that twist look compared to the twist that's in the back of my head. It looks so much, it just blended so much better. It blends so well. So well. I love it. I love it. It blends so well. So I just want to show you guys that I'm going to do the rest of this off camera because there's too much to be sitting on here trying to show y'all the whole head. Okay. I'll be back. And here I'm back. So I was just in speed time showing y'all how I finished the last front part of my head. I usually do my 2-strand twist a lot smaller, but this time I chose to do more medium-sized ones for the sake of time. Smaller twists take me a really, really long time. Usually 3.5 hours for smaller ones. And then for this one, I just did medium-sized ones because I'm only going to wear this style for like 5 days. And then I'm going to wear it in a high puff probably for 2 days and then wash it out. So, I was dancing, y'all, because I was turning up. Okay. But I'm just taking some of my herbal hair growth oil and rubbing that on the twist and honestly rubbing it throughout my scalp. Just hitting those areas on my scalp and making sure that my ends are nice and saturated, making sure the crown of my head is nice and covered as well. And bam, I ain't put no makeup on. I filled them brows in and, put some mascara on. But your girl has somewhere to go. And I was like, let me film this like when my hair is actually dry. I'm on my way out the door. Okay. So this is my hair literally like 90% dry. And y'all, I'm so tired of these freaking maskne is what I call it. Mask pimples and shit popping up on my face. But let's get into it. Let's get into it. Okay. 2-strand twist me, please. 2-strand twist me, please. But I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I really appreciate all the love and support that you guys continue to show me. Be sure to keep up with me. Follow me on Instagram. Click the link in my bio. And thank you for watching, y'all. Peace out.